Hello there and welcome to Awesome Stadium, respected and feared by all opponents. This might be, per capita, the loudest place in college football. Very tough environment for any visitor. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Trojans will kick this away to get us going. That one bounces through the end zone, so it'll start at the 25. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. And there's the handoff. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness, ability to run.
The catch is made for a huge pickup. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Oh, it's snapped to the back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Looking for the wideout. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get them to 3rd down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
They tackle him about the 14.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
In the clear at the 25. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
This is what's so dangerous about this offense, Chris. They have the ability to put the ball in the air downfield and really stretch those safeties back. This time they hit it for a big gain.
Touchdown, Southern California. This quarterback on fire today.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They begin with a quick throw to the left. It's a nice gain. We'll move the football up to the 27.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. Started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws. And Justin Herbert, of course, enough said. We see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterback.
Looking for a deep completion. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
They'll hand it off. Makes the catch for the defense. Breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Looking for his big tight end. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
2nd and 10 here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. But it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's fourth down. The Ducks will bring their punt team on the field now. He's on to boot it away now. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Hey, they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Getting set. Here's second down. Takes the handoff and tests the left side.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Third down coming up after that running play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. Coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
And that pass rush has trapped him into sack.
I love to see defenses be aggressive. They dial up the heat on this play, brought the linebacker on the blitz, and they get to the quarterback.
After the sack on first down, it's second down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Escapes the pocket. That's a nice scramble there, a big gain, but not enough for the first down.
Well, that's a big-time scramble by that quarterback. My gosh, if you're the defensive coordinator, you got to be scratching your head. You had him in second forever. You take away everything downfield, and this guy picks up these yards by running the ball. Now, it's third down. You better make up for it right here.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play. Well, they need 8 yards on fourth down to keep this drive going. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary, and he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? They'll run it from the gun. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that previous play. They're going to run it, fighting him off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Football comes out. And the ball will bounce out of the end zone, so it's a touchback and a takeaway for the defense. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. And it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
They're going to pick up a 1st down. Nice catch, but even a better throw to show that accuracy and efficiency from that quarterback spot. And my gosh, they have so many great quarterbacks over the years that played at USC. Go back to Carson Palmer, the year he won the Heisman. What a brilliant career he had for the men of Troy. Matt Leinart. Think back to those Norm Chow offenses and the championships that Matt Leinart won. And, of course, more recently, Caleb Williams for Lincoln Riley, running and throwing and making throws just like that.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Here's the 2nd down play. And the single back takes the handoff. And just a short gain this time. We're able to get him down. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Oof. The risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down. But what will be the play call?
And that punt carries into the end zone, so a touchback. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The offense now operating in empty. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to make a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Now the try here for the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the USC offense is back out on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? He's going to take off here. Finding some room with the 25. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. And the Trojans come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Inside the 20. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, USC.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The PAT is good. They go up for touchdown, 14-7. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Backed up this close to their end zone in the final minute. Let's say they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. The game moves the ball past the 40. Sets up another 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. Tackle made after a big gain. The Ducks will have 1st and 10 here.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives...
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And the kickoff will be a return. And the coverage team able to bring him down. They start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he's got it. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Running out of time in the pocket. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, USC.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. The corner's now playing a couple of yards off the ball. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. They pressure him and get him. Couldn't get a throw away, and that'll be the final play of the 1st half. Minute's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to begin the second half. Returner looking to create better field position. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's when the start of the drive. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They get the second half started with a running play.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. The gain moves the ball to the 34. And the Trojans hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Can he make it to the marker? They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Using his legs here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. He finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's...
And it's intercepted. They read the screen perfectly. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. The receivers got it on a jet sweep. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Hey, they gave up some yards here, but man, that's a pretty good job by this defense against the jet sweep. You see who was carrying the ball there? He can fly. I would argue he's the fastest guy on the field. So you don't give up the big play. You give up a few yards. I think that's a win for the defense.
Oh, and he's got it down inside the 20. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? It's an out route. The catch made.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Timeout, Oregon.
The offense already has 1 4th down conversion. Can they do it for a 2nd time? Direct snap to the back. Oh, they stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. He's running out of time here, and the result is going to be a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
So after the safety, it's now a free kick coming up. They'll punt it away from the 20. Impressive spin there. On the returner fumbled it.
That is an incredible job by this kickoff coverage team. You don't see many turnovers on kickoffs, but they just gifted their offense with a bonus possession.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Ball handed off. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And he's brought down after a big 1st down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oregon 16, USC 14.
So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Graham behind the line. It's Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. And the Trojans will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, still plenty of work here to do now on 2nd down and goal. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete. And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And now the defense able to bring him down.
Well, here we are now on 4th down, Chris. And at this point in the game, a field goal gives you the lead. I don't think you roll the dice. I think you kick the field goal, you take the lead, and then you rely on your defense to be able to win this game.
And this one is right through. And they've reclaimed the lead with that. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Well, you talk about a clutch kick. Good job by the snapper and the holder. The kicker gives them the lead. But remember, this one is certainly a long way from being over here in the 4th.
And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. The last possession, they moved it down into scoring position, but got stopped on 4th and goal. Got to put that behind them. And they heave it deep downfield. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Touchdown, Ducks. They jump in front here in the 4th. Empty backfield now as they go for 2. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He'll run it into the end zone for the 2-point try to build the lead up to 7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Trojans offense is back out on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a 1st down.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down here for this offense. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. He's found some room at the 45. Finally brought down after a big gain. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 48.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Not much on that play. Brought down short.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Now it's 2nd down here. A pop pass on the jet sweep.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Looks like he's going to run it. In the clear at the 25. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Second down coming up.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Here comes a handoff. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Third down out of the shotgun. And it falls incomplete.
Oh, he just misses receiver there on third and short. Now you got to think in the fourth quarter, fourth and short, you got to try to cut into this lead. You might want to go for this here to keep thinking about 6 points.
Here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. No, he didn't make it. He did not get there. What a huge play by this defense late in this tight game. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. We go with a direct snap. It's a nice game. We'll move the football up to the 27. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Using his legs, it's Birch. That one takes it across the 30-yard line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Pre-snap motion from the offense. The back's got it. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And the Ducks line up on 1st and 10 now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. It's a run to the left. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the +40.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Well, a really entertaining game. Kirk came right down to the end. They made the clutch plays, and that made the difference.
Well, we knew these teams were fairly evenly matched, and you really saw them go back and forth, trade blow for blow. Excellent team win by these guys, doing what they had to do in the final quarter to come out on top.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.